Well, guys, you're celebrating your 40th anniversary and a change of ownership and big times for the Alger family.
Oh yeah, the guard is changing. It's
Yeah.
40 years. We did it for 40 years, and it's time for me to step aside and, past time actually, and let Ian start taking over.
Right on.
My two boys know exactly what to do, so I'm not worried at all.
So 40 years ago, 86?
Yeah, 86.
That's when I came into North Bay.
Good. Well,
And that's when Chris White opened Waves.
That's right. Well, actually, it probably has nothing to do with this, but I was feeling quite prosperous.
Yeah.
And went on one of the Rolling Stones cruises.
Yeah?
And apparently when I got back, I was offered to buy a round at Waves. I was thinking I was that. Anyways, I learned a lesson right off the bat. That learn to be frugal right from the beginning.
Yeah. Tighten up that corporate credit
Yeah,
card.
I remember Waves too well, unfortunately.
Now, you were in the business before you opened the store, right? Tell me about how you began into business and how this begun and the dream.
Well, okay. This could get long, but anyways, I have dreamt of this since I was in grade 8, and I failed a spelling exam, and my teacher was just she'd given me the words ahead of time, but that she was suspicious that I was dyslexic, blah, blah, whatever. Anyway, she says, as your punishment, I want you to write an essay. I wish I'd kept it because I pretty well followed it to a T. The name of the store and the rest of it changed, but I bought Nipissing Electric Supply Company like I wanted to, and they owned the building, and of course we've just been renting the space from them since day one. But I worked for McDonald TV and Furniture and got my background in appliances and such. I got that job because I sold that woman some light bulbs from here in the first place.
Tell me that story again.
Well, Mrs. McDonald came in to buy some of the 2 for $99 or 5 for $99, the regular light bulbs. And of course, being young and energetic, I suggested she choose the spotlights that would project all the light forward out of her socket and onto the furniture so that it would look better. And so she went back and she talked to her husband, Mr. McDonald, and said, oh, look, I got these instead. They're going to do a better job. And he scratched his head and shook and went back into his office. And she followed him in and says, oh, by the way, he's also got a new stove that I'd really like you to look at. And he says, honey, we sell stoves. Go to the mart and pick one up. And then he turned around to Mike Corbeil and said to him, find out whoever that guy was and hire him. And that's how I got into the furniture business, because I was making barely $75 every, I don't know if it was a week or every 2 weeks at the time. It's a long time ago, but wasn't a lot. And I thought, oh, I'll jump ship and go. It was a family business at the time, but there was chaos. And the other guys offered me real money to go work for them. So I went and worked for McDonald's, and that's where I got my training.
Oh, that's cool. Ian, you got a new sort of journey ahead of you as the guy.
Yep, I mean, been doing this for quite a while now already. I'm in my nearly 26th year here. Mm-hmm. So I've been watching and learning and, taking notes, learning from Dad's example and leadership, and it's a fairly easy transition from that. Like I said, been doing this for so long and watching Dad do it. It's now basically just sitting in the big chair and doing all the paperwork, because all the foundation's been laid already and we're already in a good place. We've got a lot of nice stuff, a lot of good lines for us, and it's makes it easy when everything's been pretty much laid out and done and set up and ready to go, to just sort of step into the role.
What did he teach you that's something you couldn't got from somebody else?
Take pride in what you do, even down to the littlest thing. Right. I remember being young in early 20s, and Dad asked me to go out and shovel the front of the store, and I thought, well, that's kind of silly. The city kind of, comes through and plows the sidewalk. It's already done. And he said, well, no, the sidewalk is done, but there's still a little bit between the store and the sidewalk, and from the sidewalk to the edge of the road. And he said, even little jobs like that, take pride in it because people notice. And being young, I thought, it's kind of silly, but okay, I'll do it. And as I'm out there shoveling, people walking by, everybody's being polite and very thankful that we're clearing everything out and making our place look nice and making it so that it's a lot easier to walk by. And that's when it kind of clued in that there might be something more to this.
Yeah, might have something there, eh?
So everything we do, we try to do it to the best of our ability, and we try to do it not just for us, but for everybody who walks into the store, down to the artwork we choose, the appliances we carry, what's going to be best for people. And then, of course, there's the don't put anything on your floor unless you're willing to take it home and put it in your house, because if it doesn't sell,
You might have to take it
that might
home.
be the piece you have to take home.
Yeah, that's always been a rule of thumb. Don't buy anything unless you'd be willing to take it home yourself,
Right on.
because it's just it could happen.
Now, working downtown here, you had an opportunity to see a lot of North Bay grow and go through its challenges. And
Yeah.
tell me something about beginning doing business downtown as compared to what it might be like somewhere else.
Well, I love downtown as a place to do business. I think every downtown is the heart of the city that you're in. And this whole group down here they're hard workers. A lot of them are that couldn't work for anybody else. I don't know if I could work for anybody else. And I think a lot of these people have to work for themselves. They have that certain drive. And we all have that similar entrepreneurial type of spirit. And we're all hoping each other succeeds. One of the things that bothers me the most is when somebody opens and they don't make it, and they have to close. And you know what money they've put into it, the heart and soul that goes into it. That's what I respect out of all these people that are downtown. I'm just getting emotional, sorry, but I just think they work harder, they put in their time, and they deserve the respect that they do get. One of the most disappointing things was the Nutty Chocolatier was so generous and so loving and so trusting that during the downtown walks, I'm sure they got most of their inventory ripped off by people left, right, and center and whatnot. But they had their heart into it like crazy. It was a great business, but it was just they're just those. Sometimes things didn't work out for them. I don't like it when people don't make it. And our downtown is full of people that are actually worked that hard that have made it. Now there's just starting to turn over now. Hopefully this is a generation thing, but I see a few of the people that have retired and moved on in the downtown, and it's a good place to do business. You get to see a lot of things. Some things are not so cool, but some things are, neater than others. Just the way people are helpful.
My first job was at Amora Studios in '86. That summer was really a good way for me to integrate into the city.
Yeah.
Breakfast at the Windmill Cafe, and you get to know everybody. They're coming in. So I had that feel of working downtown just even for that one summer. And then another summer I was with the Center for the Disabled with Homer LeBlanc.
Oh, yeah?
Right? Yeah. And it's like just, you do get a different feel for the community.
Yeah.
Now you were chair of DIA.
Yeah, my friend Howard, always pushing me into something I wasn't ready for half the time and whatnot. But no, I volunteered and ran for the downtown. I am an Odd Fellow. I belong to the Independent Order of Odd Fellows. We learned through Odd Fellowship the Robert's Rules of Orders, and that's basically how most governing bodies operate, or that's how they should operate. Yeah. And that's what I was interested in learning and taking part of, and having a true democratic decision-making system in the downtown. We were fortunate enough to team up with Peter Hobbs from the radio station, and just some great people. Michelle Trudeau.
Right.
Our current chair. We've had some great people. They work really hard on the floats and this stuff. The downtown is just made up of the kind of people that I like to hang around with. That's all. But I've seen a lot of change in the downtown over the last 40 years. And I think it's good to see generational change, but it's good to see some of the newer businesses, a ethnic group coming into town. Lots of decent restaurants. I'm nuts about shawarmas.
Yeah, a little bit more culture, right?
Well, lots more culture. I'm glad to see that. You know what I mean? We need to diversify even more so. And I like the part about North Bay, when things are going to heck in the world, North Bay still seems to come through. You still have customers shopping. We're almost bulletproof in North Bay, in my opinion. There's enough, people making a living in here, enough education, enough, there's when most economies are faltering, ours seems to be plug along pretty good.
Yeah, it's a diversified economy.
Durable, I like to call it, yeah. And now with this new expansion with the air base all coming back, I like what the opportunities that are coming forward and presenting themselves today. I think we've had some terrific representation for our area politically, and all of these benefits are going to come to fruition, whether it be what Vic has done or Anthony has done for us, or Mr. Rodo, I should call him, Anthony, and this Pauline. We have great political representation, and we are a force in this riding, and it shows up in the city with the confidence and the popularity of shopping local.
Yeah, and I remember talking to you once. You got a lot of customers in the outlying district
Oh.
come here, right? Now, how did you achieve that?
Well, I think, first of all, one of the things that we do here is we do take service seriously. I don't like to sell anything that doesn't have the manufacturer solid behind the product, because it can't come out of my pocket. I'm just taking a small nickel along the way. Well, I make a profit, but I can't spend all those profits. I mean, the company has to have a good product in the first place, and that's the biggest difference.
Well, yeah, having a solid product, but
Service.
service.
Making sure people are happy
Servicing
with
the
their
customers. So because we run our own delivery truck, we're not bound by delivery services and schedules. So as an example, for those living south of us, Callender, Powassan, Trout Creek, those areas, a lot of places will only deliver 1 day a week down that way, so they can pile all the deliveries on one truck, send it one direction, all that kind of stuff.
Save money.
And the company saves money, but the customer still pays the full fees, even though it's. So we do things a little bit differently. We run our own truck, and if you're available this day, we book you in for that day.
Yeah.
So that way we're helping to work around the customer schedule, so they don't have to take a full day off and be there 9 to 5 waiting for a delivery when they're off maybe the next day instead. So by offering a bit of a better service to the customer, it's kind of opened the doors up to the outlying areas. So instead of them working around delivery schedules and taking extra time off, missing work, losing pay, they can come here, buy something, and have it delivered when they're available.
Any customers stand out and that you can share a story with about something that happened that you either sold to them or that they liked or they were?
Well, we have lots of customers that come back in. I mean, the McGills are one group. Yort and Vernagine, when they come in for a visit. They don't need anything anymore, I guess. And if they do, they ask. But we have a lot of clients that just come in for the sake of a good visit.
Yeah.
Another fellow that's quite memorable is Larry Brooks. Now, Larry was known as Larry. Everybody knows Larry when he's in the tire business and whatnot. I supported him. He was always my guy, sort of thing. Larry, get this done and that done. Well, Larry taught me one day. He reads a lot, and he said, "Geez, Bob, I bought maybe 6 chairs from you in the last 10 years." He says, I said, well, why don't you just bring a book in, sit down, and find the chair? So Larry came in, and I brought his book, and he sat on one and tried another one and tried another one. And then I'm sitting here listening to him, and all of a sudden he's like, I think this is it. We sold him another chair. Well, I remembered that, and I mean, Larry's a good guy, but I remembered that. That's why we came up with come in and find the chair. Because it reminded me of it, and it happens more than once, where people will come in, sit down, and just, they find the spot. And Larry, I remember he took me out. He's the one that said, "Oh, the first time," and I've carried that one a lot. So he's a memorable customer.
Does he get residuals?
No, no. He's well, maybe, I don't know. Not for me. Yeah,
Someday.
just
Yeah, no, we have a lot of different clients from all different areas, all walks of life, and over the years that keep coming back, shopping with us. We're on a first name basis kind of idea. Byron and Mel Pilon.
Oh yeah.
His nickname, I forget what it means, is Ninnis, and that's how we identify him in our system. We've put his nickname in instead of his first name. But fantastic people, and then they'll pop in just to sit down, have a visit, see what's new. Not even necessarily needing anything, but just wanting to come see how we're doing and everything like that. We've got clients that pop in who heard Bob's retiring, saw it, heard it on the radio, saw it in the paper, just wanted to, how's he doing? How are things going?
It's a small town.
Yeah.
Small
town.
It's a small town, but everybody just cares.
Yeah. Now you have a beautiful mural on there on the alleyway.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
Well, Jeff Marceau is a very talented artist in the area and whatnot. And when Gord Downey passed away, and he was just adamant he had to do something. And he said, "Bob, can I use your wall?" And I thought, sure. I mean, it's just a wall. It's outside of the building. You're not going to damage anything. So we got talking about the whole concept, and he did the one of Gord Downey. And we were so impressed, and it got so many people out looking. I thought, well, the other idea of having a lot of Canadian artists put on the wall. So go for it, if you got the time. So, I mean, Jeff supplied the talent and all the designs and the photos, and we gave him a few dollars. I mean, it was through years of thin, but, I mean, we were able to pay him something to do it, but he did it out of love. And then we had the opportunity to get Barry Green's face put up in there as well. Now, Barry used to work here, and everybody knows Barry. If you play an instrument or you enjoy music to any degree, everybody knows him. So I said, well, he's not an artist, but he's really a North Base musical sorts and whatnot. So I got him put up on the building. So I've got but most of it is our artists that are known to Canadians, but that's a Jeff Marceau wall. I would basically give him that time and the space to do anything he wants on that wall. Oh, yeah. I just think he's a talent and a half. And it's been in a few movies apparently as well. So
yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
It's become a little iconic sort of mural.
Yeah.
No, we've had people come in and ask, do you mind if we film here, students from Canada or stuff like that? Do you mind if we use the wall in the background? Yeah. And then most recently, when Corey Marks came and did his concert here as a sort of a homecoming, we got Jeff to come back in, and Corey got to pick the picture that was used and Jeff put Corey up on the wall for and was done in time for his concert to be able to see it and everything like that. So that was kind of special too. Yeah.
I'd put guys like Peter McLeod up there and Johnny McDonald, but they're not as well known. But I mean, I just think it's an opportunity to show off some of the talent that we have in our city, or the talent that Canada has produced.
It'd be nice to put Jake Thomas up there. I just had him for my birthday and my launch for my campaign, and he's just a legend, right?
Yeah.
I think he almost qualifies. Yeah.
Oh no, he definitely would qualify. But actually, Jesse, his son, is I get to see a little more of them or him. His wife is actually one of my favorite artists. I own a bit of her work and whatnot. So
she's talented.
Oh yeah, Rana, big time. So yeah, that's great families in the city and whatnot.
So how about that? A nice message says just thanking the community for the support all these years, and how you feel about it.
Well, I get really emotional.
I know.
You can't talk about being in business. I fulfilled that dream when I was in grade 8. And I didn't write it well. I probably was bad English. I wasn't going to be a journalist at all. But I'm glad, one, that I had the vision, two, that I fulfilled it. But this is a dream come true for me. And then I have it, like my kids able to take it over.
I think that's every father's dream.
Yeah, no, I get bogged up just thinking about it. I am proud of what I accomplished, but I'm more proud of what they will accomplish.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking for. One of those things you see on those stupid TikTok reels, which I got caught up in again this morning and whatnot. What is that? You're always hoping that your children will do better than you, or you're preparing your children to be out there without you.
Yeah.
I, on the other hand, kidnapped my children and put them to work years ago, and I've always had them nearby, which everybody thinks is great, but they don't see their parents on the weekend. The last thing they want to do is another dose of dad or something. But as a retired person now, I know where they are. I can walk down here anytime I want. I've even got my parking spot most days still, but I can walk down and I know where they are, find them. It's a pleasure. And it's I have other children that aren't in the business, but it's just a pride thing when you have them doing what you would wanted to do all along. And hopefully they're successful doing it. So, yeah, pride big time.
Ian, a little message about being able to take the store off your dad's hands and run with the baton.
I'm happy that he's able to retire and still be around for us. My biggest fear is I know Dad and his generation, a lot of them worked right until their very last day and their very last breath kind of idea, and I wanted to make sure that he got to have some time to do the things he's always wanted to do but maybe didn't have the time to do it because he was always here. This was sort of his passion. So yeah. But growing up here, I started here back when I was 21. And seeing how the business has grown, seeing all the different customers coming in, coming back, getting to see everybody like that. You can't do it without the passion, and you can't do it without the people. And Dad provided the passion, and the people provided everything else for us. So, I mean, Dad kind of lit and ignited the passion in me and my brother. I don't think it was our intention when we were younger to follow the family business in the footsteps, but once we got here, and it just seeing and hearing the stories of Dad and Grandpa and great Grandpa and everything they've done, everything they've accomplished, everything that they brought to the city and done for the city and all that kind of stuff. You talk about passing the torch. Well, Dad for us lit the torch before he passed it on, kind of idea. He ignited the passion in us first before passing the baton, so to speak. So, yeah, it's a real privilege to get to carry that on, be the fourth generation now in the city to carry on and do business.
I forgot to ask you about your family's orientation story here in North Bay. So, how
did we get here?
Yeah, how'd you get here, and what's your grandfather doing?
Now, there's nothing in writing, unfortunately, and now we're going to go back to the. Yeah. But my grandmother was a McGee, and she was from someplace out west, Manitoba area or whatever. There's lots of stories, but my grandfather landed in North Bay, and as a single fellow with somebody named Shibboleth as a partner, and they were going to be everything electrical about the North Bay area and whatnot. And rumor has it that he had to go trucking all the way out to Winnipeg to grab Grandma and bring her back to North Bay because he had met her once and had made up her mind in the old days that's the girl that he wanted to. So there's lots of hearsay stories. My dad wrote a bunch of it down one time, and I think I may someday as well, but I'd rather the stories be passed on with the embellishment that we're known for. Take the stories a little bit more colorful that way, maybe.
Yeah.
But no, my grandfather came up from probably Aylmer area or north of Kingston, I think. I haven't looked that up in years. But when he got to North Bay, this was definitely where he was going to be for the rest of his life. So he opened a shop on Main Street. They did the electrical stuff in North Bay for the longest time. I'm the one that got spoiled by furniture at McDonald TV and Furniture and decided this is a good spot for me.
Yeah.
I started with, I think, 10 or 11 appliances.
Right.
And, geez, 6 months after I was open, all of a sudden, the tax people came in to audit what was going on. And I was always taught in my days that, oh, that's scary stuff. Well, as it turns out, he was my first customer.
Huh.
So he said, I want to go back 3 years. I said, well, do me a favor, go back 3 years and a month. No, he says, just 3 years. I go back 3 years and that's all I'm doing. I said, oh, sorry, but you're going to have to go 3 years and a month. And I slammed this invoice down in front of him, and he gave me a look that should have stopped me in my tracks. And I pointed at the invoice and said, hey, that was you. And we passed the audit with flying colors. And we've been happy to do business ever since, because as it turned out, the government's not a bad bunch. They just have rules.
Yeah, they have rules. They got a job to do.
Ah, yeah, they're just doing what they're told to do.
So what was the name of the your grandfather's store?
Oh no, Nipissing Electric Supply Company. That was his original company.
Right.
I think it became a limited corporation back in the 60s and such. I just saw a bunch of the documentation because we just got everything legalized from, the lawyers took and I saw some stuff that I didn't even know about. That's maybe what I'll do one of these days, is dig into the history. And
Well, you got an old picture? I can put it in with the story.
oh, geez, do we have a...
Nipissing Electric.
I think we have an old picture of my cousin Dave and my granddad and myself,
That would be great.
or something like that. Don't
Or
we
we have the calendars from.
Yeah, well, that's the number one thing, is we have the calendars from way back when.
Oh, okay.
Where's
Well,
they
I'll
put-
grab some photos before
Yeah.
I take out, and I'll mix them in with the story.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
no, it's okay. Another interesting thing, I remember one day when I'm working away at here, Lloyd Bell came in. Lloyd had just taken a part-time volunteer job at the hospital. He was 74 or 5 years old. And he came in and he said to me, listen, young man, I know you're doing okay, he said, but I just want to remind you, don't wait till you're old like me to quit. So he was 75, I'm only 72.
Yeah, there you go.
So I've done it young. I
Took his advice.
took his advice. He's a little slow on it, but yeah, I took it.
Looks like I'm working till I'm 75, but that's the plan.
Well, yeah, I know. Listen, I thought I'd miss it,
Yeah.
and not really. No, I put my time in and did it.
Yeah.
It was a fun thing, and I really enjoyed it. But do I enjoy, can I pass an hour listening to birds and watching them feed? Or, yes, I have no problem wasting time. I get caught in the reels. I enjoy watching the birds. I have a great time cutting my lawn. I'm not going to have any problem with retirement at all.